to episode 106 of Down to Dunk. You can find us on The Athletic and anywhere else you subscribe to your podcast. Go to theathletic.com/down2dunk and get The Athletic for half off. I am Luke! Joined this evening by Andrew.
I gotta say, I'm just fired up to be here today. It's pretty cool. Pretty damn cool. Woo!
Slam through.
Taylor.
I saw Spider at the gym today. I guess it was leg day. But I'm a creep. I'm a widow. What the hell am I doing here?
Slam through.
And Jay.
It's Jay.
It's
Luke, is your gain at like 30?
yeah. It's
Dude,
like,
I don't know what that means.
How do you
Must
know
be
what
it.
the proper
Put
like
your hand over
game
there.
numbers are, Jay?
You just
Yeah,
want it
how do I do
low.
that?
I was just
What's
making
low?
an assumption. It's actually his probably goes up to 10 and his is up to 30.
yeah, that sounds right. That sounds about right. Okay, I need to know your guys' thoughts. I feel like I've done like 1,000 podcasts on Josh Giddey already, so we gotta get y'all's opinions on the first preseason game. I feel like my thoughts are out there. I'm just gonna sit back and mute myself for a while.
Taylor, go ahead, man.
Taylor, this is your time.
My time to do what? These guys want me to take a fraudulent L on Josh Giddey, but I refused to take an L, even though I said I would apologize and take the L. I decided against it.
Well,
since I
Miguel
texted
Davila has a question for us from Twitter, from the Twitter questions pile, and wants to know if are you going to fan up for Josh Giddey, or are you going to put him in a corner like DeMar DeRozan?
He's not. He has. Listen, Josh Giddey was really good. He's obviously good. This is such a fraud L that you're giving me when it was obviously a joke based on TikTok videos that I was making. I said, I hope he's good at basketball. What's wrong with that? He's good at basketball. Did you guys not hope he was good at basketball? You didn't know?
That's definitely not what you projected.
Yeah.
What did I say? Honestly, one of you tell me what I said that I need to receive an L.
Luke,
for.
go ahead. You're the L man.
You don't know, Jay. That's why you're passing it off to Luke, because no one
You
knows.
would
fraud
send
L.
text. You would send all these things that you saw Giddey.
Taylor, you've been a
One of them-
naysayer.
One of them is
I
Giddey.
have
You
not.
saw Giddey and you thought he was too short to play basketball. She's like 6'9".
Hold on, my dog is barking and my baby is asleep.
Wow.
I don't take an L.
That's convenient.
Very
This
convenient.
is an L. He
It's
refuses to take
convenient.
an L. He's created a fake animal. Oh, an emergency. He has to go deal with it.
He's left the pod.
Gosh.
So
So if you're unaware of what the issue is, Taylor has been kind of hating on Josh Giddey all summer.
and it most definitely has probably been more of a
Jealousy.
joke.
I mean, maybe. I don't know. Who's to say?
Taylor is trying to tell us that it was a joke the whole time, but was it? Is the question.
I said,
All of a sudden, when
I
he's really good at basketball, it was a joke.
said, I hope he's good at basketball. I said he better be good at basketball. What's wrong with that? He's good at basketball, apparently. What L am I receiving?
Just take it. Just take it. Obviously you haven't seen our
Nope.
group chat. We've been trying to convince Taylor to take an L.
They've been
since
harassing me since Monday. for
Monday
no
night.
reason. Fraud L. Fraudulent L.
he won't take the L. But Giddey was really good. He was easily the best player that played on Monday for the Thunder.
Why did the Thunder have so long between their first and second preseason game? It's almost a full week.
I don't know. It's
insane.
6 days. It feels very strange.
Giddey is dude. I was super impressed with Giddey.
Yeah, give us your thoughts.
There's not, like you've said, there's not a ton to add because everybody has kind of talked about it. I thought you and Alex did a really good job of breaking it down on Wednesday. The fact that he's as young as he is and looked as polished and ready as he was, and I get there's, if you nitpick a little bit, you could probably find something. But the fact that he belonged on both sides of the ball Like defensively, even though he is a little slower footed, I didn't think it was detrimental. And obviously, like remembering that it's a preseason game, but he just looked like he belonged. And when you look on the floor with everybody else, nobody else really from the Thunder looked good that stood out to me, at least, except for Giddey. And so it was really, I guess Wiggins maybe a little bit later on, but his passing is already elite. I think Mikey said it in the text message thread today, is there's probably like 10 or less people in the NBA that could make that left-handed cross-court pass that went to Teo, and so there's already skills that he has that are, at least trending towards elite. His ability to score, he hit 2 of his 4 threes, and he shot with, I don't know, man, there's so many things to take away from Giddey's performance that makes me far more excited than I thought I would be after one game.
Yeah.
I will. The only thing that I will defend Taylor on is Giddey getting injured in summer league. We didn't get to see a full game, and so it's like waiting to see, like, he better be good because we haven't seen a full game of him. So this is when Taylor should go, I was wrong to even question it. He was really good. I trust. Presti. That's
Honestly,
what Taylor
what am I
should
wrong
do.
About? What was I wrong about?
You're just wrong
You
about
could
your
just.
tone.
I think
It's
it's
just your
great.
tone.
It's
This is
listen.
the thing that I'm dealing with
it's
my kids
awesome.
right now. It's not necessarily what you're saying, but it's how you're saying.
That's true.
my entire life. That's my entire life. So if you expect me to take an L on tone or phrasing or inappropriateness or being disgusting, you're wasting your time.
No. This is different. This is different for you, man. It is DeMar DeRozan tone. I would agree.
No, it's
Bella.
not. If people,
It was DeRozan-esque tone the whole time.
no, absolutely not. Giddey was really good. He had really good passes. He's big. He made his threes.
We can go back. Maybe I need to go back and pull some moments from the Fry Pod the past few weeks, because I was trying to even convince you that he was going to be a good passer, and you were just like, you just weren't having it. You were giving
I
me.
said, I hope we'll see.
I hope
We'll
he can
see.
I hope he can even play basketball.
Yeah.
I hope he could.
Taylor, Taylor, you're better than this.
I would agree with that.
Listen, I'm glad he's good at basketball.
Are you? Is he better than this? This is quintessential Taylor.
I hope he's good at basketball. It seems like he is. That's great news. Celebrate. He made his threes too. That was the thing that I thought was was maybe a concern, was his shot going in, but looked pretty good. What? This is what I was talking about, Jay.
What'd you like? Did you like any other? So I was.
Yes, he had a pick and roll with, I believe it was Muscala, and Muscala slipped the screen, and he had a hook pass from the top of the key.
Yeah, it was incredible. Muscala screwed the freaking reverse up.
Yeah,
the pooch,
if you will.
Yeah,
and I'll tell you the dude, I'm just following along in the comments. I haven't done this in a while, apparently, where they're just, it's entertaining. It's Thursday night, so it's a little bit different feeling. So, I was not as down on Trey Mann as I think some people kind of were after the game. He's incredibly twitchy. And I do think I agree with your sentiment. I can't remember, Andrew. I've listened to a lot. But just talking about Trey Mann being like, if the shot doesn't fall, then none of it matters. But he has the athleticism, the size. Ultimately, he's super skinny, but I do think he has the, I don't know. I was really impressed with his kind of twitchiness and the quickness that he kind of functioned with in that game on Monday night. And so JRE was pretty he didn't do anything positive or negative to me. Poku was just it was like the quintessential Poku game, like chaos, some good looking plays. But obviously, like, I think everybody was so enamored with Giddey, it was hard to really, so I can't do this. It was hard to really pay attention to much else that was going on, because I was just literally every minute that Giddey played, I was just watching.
It was funny. I think Alex texted us, or maybe this was in a tweet. It was like, Poku looks exactly the same as last season. And yes, it's one preseason game, but it is a little concerning if it's going to be the same thing this whole season with Poku.
I mean, he looks like he did at the end of last season, and he looked a little bit stronger. He looked a little bit more upright to me than he did at the end of last
He
year.
would
looked
agree with
broader
that.
for sure. He did put on some weight for sure.
Here's the thing about Poku. He looks like Ray from Girls.
I didn't watch that.
Do you guys know who that is?
Was that Adam Driver? Who was that?
No, he's the other guy.
Nope.
So I'm sure someone will agree with me, but that's all that matters. I'll go away now.
You think we have a lot of girls
He looks
fans
like
as
this
listeners?
obscure character from a show none of you have watched.
He looks like Ray from Girls. He really does. I'll send you guys a picture.
You screaming it even louder into the
All right,
microphone
let's
does
see.
not make it any more relevant.
Yeah. Well, Jay.
Yeah, and also, I mean, the thing about Poku is that and I said this at some point, sometime in my life, that he is.
Yeah, he kind
Same
of does
age.
look like Ray.
He's the same age as a lot of the guys that are in this upcoming draft. Like, he's still very, very young. Yeah, there's it's the eyes. You can see it in the eyes.
Yeah, there's some Ray from Girls.
I can see it.
Ha ha! I'm right.
Good
You're
job.
Totally right.
Thanks, guys.
Hey, take the W, L, man. Take the W. Taylor, that's how it could feel right there, man, if you just admit
This
it.
could be you, Taylor. This could be you, but you refuse.
This could be you. All right. Do we have a Tayshawn's factoid victory?
Mm-hmm.
What is this? Oh my god! What is that?
Dude, that shot on the left is kind of cool, man. What is that
Dang.
even from? Why am I modeling myself zipping my hoodie up?
I don't know. I found that on Facebook.
Really? I
Yeah.
don't have a Facebook, do I?
Well, your wife does, and there's pictures of you all.
Okay, here's my Tayshawn's. It involves Da'elman. Da'elman.
Oh,
Oh,
no.
great. Oh, great parenting child guru. I come to you with a request.
Welcome to the L-Man's Parenting Dojo.
I come to you with a request for help. My family is falling apart because we don't know how to parent our dog child. Recently, a lot of teeth have been coming in. Yes, that includes all 4 canines, but also some canine-ish molars. Now, we've given her medicine. We're giving her cold things. We're giving her things to chew on. But, I don't know. We need help. She's having a hard time. Anything? Do you have any idea what to do?
No. To be honest, no. I just say chew toy. That's it. Chew toy.
Okay, does that count as an L for me or L man?
Oh, that's a W. I just solved your problem. Chew toy. Oh, it's a deep dive. Hey guys, I wanted to talk about. Oh god, I had to pull up Ray, so I lost it. Hey guys, people wanted me to talk about the 18 NBA players that were charged in the healthcare fraud scheme.
This is right up your alley.
Oh, it's all up here. It's all but instead, I'm going to talk about Taylor's joke from last week. I'm just kidding. This is, I think, going to be a big deal. Basically, what they did, the NBA has like a healthcare plan for former players, and these guys there's some like Big Baby is one of them.
Yeah.
And Sebastian Telfair is another. Basically, what they were doing is they were putting false claims to their healthcare system and getting paid for what that was. But the problem was they were really bad at it. And so what they've shown so far, which is probably not everything, they were giving like one of the players said he was having like 6 root canals on 6 different teeth at an LA dentist office. But it turns out he had a game that day or the next day in Taiwan. So they know he wasn't there. And then they'd also do something. You know, when you cheated on homework in high school, and it's like, hey, change your answers a little bit so it's not word for word what I did. They didn't do that. And so they were like, hey, I'm going to do something to where I got 14 root canals on this one day. And it's on these teeth. And it's on this day. And they all made the same claim. So like 3 or 4 of them were saying they all got root canals on the exact same teeth on the exact same day, the exact same dentist. And some of the stuff that they were like turning in was questionable, didn't look like it was from a professional dentist office, had misspellings, had incorrect grammar and things like that. So they were just really, really bad at it. And I'm interested to see who else this drags in, because I would imagine it's going to be, I would think it would be more people, but we'll have to wait and see.
How long can you go to jail for something like this, man?
I don't know exactly, but the problem is it would be bad. You'd go to federal prison, which is not where you want to be.
Yeah.
So, but there was like a guy that was in charge of it.
Arrested, but are they going to prison? Do we know that?
We don't know that. They've just been charged. That means that, you know, they could work out an agreement and to a lesser charge if they agree and kind of try to mitigate what could happen to them. Or if they're like, oh, no, I didn't do this, it could go to trial. And then it's up to, you know, a judge and jury what would happen to them.
Wow.
So it's going to be really interesting.
Are there levels of fraud, Luke? Like, you know, like murder? There's levels of murder. Are there levels of fraud based on how much money you get from the problem, fraud or what?
So I don't really do this exactly, so I can't tell you for sure. But the problem is that like one of them did it, and what I'm betting is it's going to be is they were all in on it, and they were helping. There's some guy at the top that was like helping them make these things, and he would take a cut of it. And it sure seems like it's gonna be a conspiracy, which means that they could charge them like for all together as one like criminal enterprise. Sure seems like that's what they're gonna do. I don't know that, but then, you know, if one of them did it one time and then the rest did it, you know, the main guy had like all the guys below him, they can charge that one guy that did it one time for the whole conspiracy. So
okay, so this is it's like a retired NBA player mob.
Like kind of. It's just basically someone found out that they could do this. It's like, hey, I turned that thing in. Like imagine that someone turned it in. It's like, oh, my assistant turned this in, but I didn't actually go because something happened and they didn't get it. And then they still paid me. And it's like, wait, I could do this all the time. And they were doing it. I think they defrauded the NBA like $4 million.
Yeah.
And so, you know, healthcare fraud is a big deal. And so I think they're going to go after them. It's just interesting. Seems like there's a lot of players based around like the aughts Celtics that were involved.
Yeah,
but
it's a lot of the guys from like a similar draft class. Like it's
so I think that it would be like something that they were saying like, hey, check it out, try this, and then this is what happens. And then
please don't tell me Nate Robinson's involved.
He's not. He's not. God. I mean, he's not listed.
Sebastian Telfair.
Sebastian Telfair. Anthony
Mario Moon.
Ruben Patterson. Darius Miles.
Tony Allen, like Andrew said.
Big
Baby Davis. Shannon Brown. So
Shannon Brown, that's a name I haven't heard in a long time.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And now it lives in infamy.
But it's just going to – but it's interesting because I believe when they charge them there, I think they're arrested.
Yeah, that's what it said. That's what I'm like, what's the –
yeah.
I don't know. I don't know what that means for that.
It's going to be interesting. It's just going to be interesting to watch it develop and all that comes out, because the thing is, if you're going to do a crime, one, don't do it. But if you do, don't be sloppy. They're really sloppy in how they did it. So it's going to be
Nice.
interesting, and the stuff that's going to come out, I think, is going to be hilarious. So
Penny-
like when you see
I was just going to say, if you were going to do healthcare fraud, how would you suggest somebody do it?
I wouldn't do it. That's
But
my
if you
official.
had to
Luke,
do it,
that's my
gun to your
official. 16 of 18 are in custody. Thank you, Penny.
Luke, gun to your head, you have to commit fraud. What's the way you're gonna do it?
Now, what's the easiest of the frauds to do?
I would start a podcast with my friends where they do 99% of the work, and I just latch on. Just latch on. It's perfect.
I mean,
Dang,
that was
that's
true
really
until
easy.
you opened up the t-shirt shop, man. That's all that, man.
That's right.
Well,
Thank you.
listen,
That's right. Everyone go buy one.
4% of the work.
I have good fraud. I don't know if I should be saying this publicly, but I have
No.
a good thing
Nope,
that I
no.
realized. If you want to launder some money, if you have cash that you need to launder,
Okay.
make a brand, make a t-shirt brand, pay with cash, and then sell those t-shirts online. Boom. Clean money.
Taylor Dickerson, we have the house surrounded. Come out with your hands up.
Just saying.
Sorry,
that's,
man.
That's like
You're going to jail.
Wow. Locked down. You're getting real money. So
I have
Just
no
saying.
idea what that means, but good luck on your frauds.
All
But
right.
that's damn duty.
Yeah, thanks, Al, man. That was great. We'll be right back after this quick break. And we're back after that quick break, and it's time for some Twitter questions.
Don't be sloppy. Got it.
Don't be sloppy. Hey, guys, our first Twitter question comes from @Josh_Morrison, who wants to know, should we claim Siku Duyumbuya? And he wants to hear me pronounce it, and that was me pronouncing it.
Say it one more time.
Siku Duyumbuya.
Yeah. No, they should not claim Sekou Doumbouya off waivers.
If the Rockets waived him, well, the Rockets don't really know what they're doing. But
Well, like Troy Weaver obviously does not like him. Because if Troy Weaver thought that he was worth developing, he would have kept him on his young, stinky team, right? Like you don't. I mean, it would be like
young stinky team.
if-
Yeah.
It'd be like if they didn't like Darius, right? If they didn't like Darius Baisley, and they were just like, let's just figure out a way to get him gone. I mean, it was not a secret that Sekou Doumbouya was like available for a second round pick like all summer. Like everybody knew that. Like he could be had. Like what? Anybody give me anything to have him, and everybody was just like, no. Nobody wanted him. So then the Nets had to give up an asset just to get him to the Rockets, and the Rockets were just like, we just want the asset. So it was like that was it.
You're so right about that Pistons roster, that young stinky team. I looked at the roster, I think it was yesterday, and it was like, oh my God, that is
They'll be
that is
PU.
stinky.
Did you hear I don't remember who it was with Vicini when they broke down the over-unders in the Western Conference, and they were like the Thunder, and they were like, just how many of these guys can you name on their roster? Like, that's the thing that I realized after Monday's game, where it's like, there's 4 or 5 guys that are like, yeah, they could make it on other rosters, and then a whole bunch of just unknowns, and which is genuinely perfect for the ultimate goal of this season, to be as bad as humanly possible and accumulate one more asset. Is somebody breaking into your house, Luke?
No, my sprinkler just went off.
Oh,
It's
Jay,
the
I have a
window.
question
Makes
for
a lot of
you.
noise.
Do you in which of those two categories would you put Baisley right now?
In what categories?
You
Give me the
said
category.
there's 4 players that could make a
not-
roster.
No.
He's not in that one.
No.
Okay.
Baisley was so unimpressive in that first game. Like and I've said this from the beginning with Baisley, is he just has to show it for more than, the small stretches that he has. And that first game was not the most encouraging for him. And I give the benefit of the doubt where it's like, all right, one preseason game is not, you can't define it that way, but it was just more of the same. And so for me, it just doesn't, he's just got to do something. He's just got to do something different and be more consistent. So
cool. I'm gonna say
so I'd say Muscala, Dort, Giddy,
Shay.
yeah, maybe. Of course, Shay. Yeah,
Shay. Actually, no, that's Jay's hot take.
Favors, obviously, but Kenrich, which that's Kenrich wasn't there on Monday night too, which I don't know what he ends up doing as far as raising the floor of this team, but
yeah, he'll play. I mean, he definitely plays. I don't know whose minutes he takes or what that looks like, but and I also think that there's not going to be a consistent rotation with this team. Like, I would be actually pretty shocked.
Yeah.
If there was a consistent rotation with this team throughout the season. I think they're going to really change some stuff up.
Well, it feels like Giddy's going to get, he got a ton of minutes in that first preseason game. And so it feels like they're going to do some work with him. And then, I was one of the, and I know that Alex had mentioned this, but Shea was not very good. And partly because the Hornets were like, all we're going to do is guard Shea.
Mm-hmm.
And he's going to be facing that a lot this year. So it's going to be a tough road for him, I think, in some moments. But you'll still see, obviously, moments where he is just as elite. And they're figuring out, him and Giddey are figuring out how to play together as well. So,
yeah. And 16 minutes in a game when you're a starter and the lead ball handler and the star of your team, it's like, okay, I'm not really going to judge anything on that.
No.
And you're learning to play with new guys that you have with.
And one of which is also a ball dominant kind of guy, right? Like Giddey's a ball, like he's way better with the ball than he is off the ball. And part of that's just him learning it.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, I don't know.
What does so if Giddey really does need to have the ball in his hands the whole time to be the best player that he can be, what does that mean for guys like Teo and Trey Mann?
I don't know. I think that, they're going to be working on Giddey playing off ball too. We just don't know. It's just way too early to know.
Hey guys, our next Twitter question comes from @Bangelope, who wants to know, I know the answer to this, apple fritters or cinnamon rolls?
Cinnamon rolls.
Gosh, it just really depends.
I thought you'd be a fritter. I thought you're a fritter nation.
If I'm going to a donut shop, I'm a fritter guy.
Yeah, fritter.
But if it's like homemade good cinnamon rolls, it's hard to beat those.
Yeah, give me a good.
Here's this is what I would say. This is my answer: the center of the cinnamon roll, then the whole apple fritter, then the outside of the cinnamon roll.
I don't know. I feel like the outside of the cinnamon roll makes the inside better. It's the whole experience of the cinnamon roll. The fritter is the same. You take a bite of fritter, you're eating the same bite of fritter, the whole fritter.
Oh yeah.
The cinnamon roll, it's a journey, and it's a journey I like to take. I'll just say it.
Here's what you need to do. Next time you have a cinnamon roll, just reach in, take out about the center fourth inside, rip it out, eat it, done. You're done.
Bryce Little said it in the comment section, is that a perfect cinnamon roll beats a perfect apple fritter, which is completely true.
Yeah.
Wow. Yeah.
I think I agree with that.
Although that fritter by your house, that might be the
really
best
good.
one I've ever had.
It's really good. They also have blueberry fritters.
Oh, what's that one called?
J&J's Donuts.
J&J's.
That place is good, man.
Yes.
So good, man. Fritter Nation.
I don't know if I've ever had like a really gourmet fritter though. I feel like I've had the range of cinnamon rolls.
Mm-hmm.
There's one kind of fritter. I don't know if there's more. There might be gourmet fritters, and we just haven't had that.
That's true. I don't know about
blueberry fritters, man. I feel like you've kind of been holding out.
I haven't had it yet.
What?
I haven't had it yet.
Man.
Sorry.
Fritters are so I know this is not true for L-Man, but fritters is my preferred donut.
Really?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, if I get one, I'm either having fritters or I'm having donuts. We're not having both together.
What else you have?
Because one fritter, you're done. One fritter's huge, but I can have 3 donuts. Easy.
3.
Yeah. If I go to Krispy Kreme, I
those
can
don't
have 10.
count. It's like CC's Pizza. It doesn't count the same. It's different.
Yeah.
I'm out on Krispy Kreme, by the way. Like completely out.
Why?
Really?
What happened?
I just don't think they're good.
Really?
Yeah.
Huh?
I'm going to disagree with you, to be
What do
honest.
you mean? You just don't think they're good? What do you mean?
They're not good. That's it. You're saying they're not good?
They're not good. Not.
Did
to
you
me.
say they're bad?
Yeah, they're bad to me.
Wow.
If somebody were to offer me one, I would just say no thanks.
Are you serious?
Really?
I am serious.
Really?
I am very serious.
I'm bringing a dozen.
Here's the
over.
thing. Here's the problem with Krispy Kreme. Krispy Kreme has, like, you can buy Krispy Kremes if you walk into Walmart, like at any time, you can get Krispy Kreme donuts, right?
And they're
But
not.
that has devalued their brand because it's not as good. But if you get hot off the presses Krispy Kreme donuts, it's good.
Yeah.
And you're foolish if you say it's not.
I'm a fool. I'll take the L. I will gladly take the L on this one. I don't like them.
Hot off the
wow,
presses, it's the
Will
best.
Burkett said a rare L for slam through.
Yeah.
It is overrated. I would agree with that.
This is a I don't know, like an unpopular opinion or whatever you want to call it. I don't know.
Take. This is Andrew's take.
So,
He's been working
this is
on his
my
takes lately.
Here's my question. When was the last time you went to Krispy Kreme?
Well, they do the free donut day or whatever, and I took the kids there, and I was just unimpressed and
You just throw it in
unsatisfied.
the trash.
I think I took a couple bites and gave it to Asher. Honestly,
That is so strange. I
Really?
just
It's
like.
my son's favorite.
I want
place.
to like them. I have wanted to. I have
Do you
wanted
remember
to
when they
like.
What do
first
you
showed
not
up.
like about it?
I remember vividly, like traveling to when we were in Chicago, and this would have been 2001, 2002, and it was like there were 3 places that four places that my buddies were like, you have to go to.
Yeah.
White Castle,
Mhm.
which we stopped in St. Louis, Steak and Shake,
Yeah.
of all the places, which it came and went already here. Chipotle. This is before Chipotle's were even in Oklahoma.
Well, it's good. This is the first good one that you've named.
Yeah, and then the other one was Krispy Kreme.
Yeah. I remember I went to Krispy Kreme with you and your mom, man.
I like Krispy Kremes,
When it first opened.
but I don't
Do you
have
know-
them I haven't had them for years, though.
Do you remember when they first opened here and like the lines were
It was
out
crazy.
of
The
control?
lines were insane.
And now
it would
there's
take
one.
you a day to get Krispy Kremes.
Mm-hmm.
Now there's one. They all shut down.
Yeah, it was hot. It was hot.
J&J's, man. J&J's came out. Can't compete with
J&J's
them.
so good. Yeah, man.
Tayshawn, what you sipping on, man?
Oh,
Boulevard Pale Ale.
Straight classic.
it's a beer.
Man, are you guys fans of Oktoberfests?
Not this
Yeah.
year.
The parties?
Yeah. We have to dress up and yeah.
Mm-hmm.
All right, I don't have anything. I
Okay.
really do.
Look, there you go.
I like
I've never been to the Tulsa one. I hear it's very fun.
It was crazy. I went when we lived there. It was a lot. I had pee all over my pants and my legs. It's a lot. It's a lot.
From what?
From pee on the ground in puddles. There's like pee troughs. You go pee in troughs outside, and the pee is just filling up the ground.
Oh, well, let's move on. Let's move on to our next Twitter question. It's from at OKC Thunderfan 69, who wants to know what's the deal with Deck. He's old. He tried to post someone up who wasn't there in the game. His stands are the craziest on Twitter.
It's true. He really did do that. I don't know. I'm actually kind of curious about that situation.
They're surely just holding on until they can trade him to somebody. But who would he go to?
I have no idea, man. I don't know when his guarantee date is actually, because I mean, here's the deal too. They have to cut somebody that's on the roster right now. They have too many roster players that like have a guaranteed roster spot. Mamadi is probably the guy that's going to go, just because he's basically playing here for free. But I guess it could be Deck.
It should be Deck.
It could be Favors.
absolutely should be favors. Deck makes no sense. No sense.
There's just nothing about Deck that he doesn't help young players progress. I just don't understand what he does.
I'd rather keep Diakite because he's just a joy of a person. Like if you guys were around him for 5 minutes, be like, please give this guy a roster.
He seems fun on the court.
Give him $5 million, like right now, just because he is one of like the nicest, friendliest like NBA players you would ever be around.
Did you hug him?
He just was talking to me for no reason the other day and was just like, hey, what's up, man? Just like giving me fist bumps and like just talking to me. And I'm just like, I don't know. Like he doesn't know who I am.
You're like, you're an NBA player.
Yeah. Like, he was just super, super kind, super friendly, just for no reason whatsoever. I'm like, let's give this guy a roster spot.
You know what I think he's doing? I think he's playing you because he knows you have an effect on the fan base. Mm-hmm. And he's trying to become a fan favorite, so that the Thunder's like, I guess we got to pay this guy.
Let's do it. Oh my gosh, that looks crazy. Let's everybody get on the Mamadi bandwagon right now.
You froze Taylor in like the most psychotic looking way ever.
Okay, guys, let's move on to our next Twitter question. It comes from @KiwiGreg5555, who wants to know, will Josh Giddey score a triple-double this year?
Absolutely.
Yes.
Yes.
He would have had 7 or 8 assists in that game had people just been able to make simple shots.
Yeah, the only complication is people finishing for him.
Yeah. I think there were like 3 I can think of off the top of my head that people just missed, like really easy. Like he set them up very well. So yeah, he will. If he's going to play 36 minutes in a game, like the dude's going to get a triple double. I mean, he was doing that. He was doing that in Australia. He had multiple triple doubles over there.
Andrew, is there anybody else in the preseason that you've watched so far that you were, intrigued by? Anybody? Yeah, anybody else or any other rookies you've watched that? Are you watching any? I haven't really watched.
I'm not really watching much. I'm not watching much just because I'm going to be watching everything in like a week. So. I did watch the Raptors, and Scotty Barnes is going to be really good.
Impressed.
Yeah.
Okay, our next Twitter question comes from @Mr. Colm Crowley. He says, in Ireland, we don't have Cinnamon Toast Crunch, but there was a U.S. special in the shop the other day, and I purchased a box. They were very disappointing, to be honest. And he wants to know what player in Thunder history did not live up to your expectations.
I got something for this guy. Colm, I need to preface this with by saying I'm taking out all my aggression on the rest of the podcast guys, trying to force L's down my throat all week. And also I want to work on my Irish accent. So here it goes. Oh, how's it going? Colm Crowley from County Cork, Ireland. Sorry you didn't like our cereal. Was it too much flavor for you? Maybe you should stick to your block of Weetabix and curdled milk. You know what the best thing about Cork is? It's a 3-hour drive to Dublin. A Cork woman and her baby got on a bus upset. The bus driver says, "What's the matter, love?" Woman says, "One of your passengers just called my baby ugly, and I'm going to go tell him off." The driver says, "Jesus, that's terrible." "Yeah, go on then. I'll hold your dog for you." Don't ever talk that way about Cinnamon Toast Crunch ever again.
Yeah, I have more questions. Like, what kind of milk are you using?
Is it the real Cinnamon Toast Crunch? Like, was it
real one?
Was it imported? How long it had been sitting on the shelf? There's a lot of different things, and it's also important to remember that Taylor lived in Ireland for like 10 years.
Yeah.
So that was
yes. So what he did is not racist. that whole thing. That was fine. Fine.
Is that bad?
No, I don't think that's bad.
No, I'm saying it's not.
I'm saying please turn your microphone down.
Just please. Wow.
Okay. Hey guys, let's move on to our next Twitter question.
Did you do research in order to properly slam that guy?
I remembered some. I left out a joke about getting STIs from the Blarney Stone.
Great. Well, our next Twitter question comes from @Chris Bruffett, who wants to know if we have any predictions on how the Thunder will be perceived by the national media. Pearl clutching and hand wringing, maybe more favorably if Josh pops.
Favorably if Josh bumps.
They won't have literally nobody will pay attention to the Oklahoma City Thunder this year.
Yeah, that's the thing is that, maybe if Josh is good, and here's where they'll pay attention is whenever the lottery comes around again. Like, but as far as like the season goes, this is just like a cellar dweller team that no one's really going to care about most of the season. That's just going to be the reality. Is that you're not going to pull up a podcast and hear anybody talking about the Thunder on a national pod. That just won't happen. So it would take. Josh would have to be outrageously good for that to happen, and maybe there'll be a segment here or two about him, and maybe if we're talking about Rookie of the Year race. Like it's not like out of the realm of possibility that Josh Giddey could be in the running for Rookie of the Year, because he's going to have opportunity, he's going to have the minutes, he's going to have the shots, he's going to put up stats. Like it's not wild to think that he could be in the running for it. I ultimately don't think he'll win it because it usually goes to the guy that scores 20 points or 25 points a game, and that's probably going to be Jalen Green or Cade Cunningham. But like Evan Mobley I've watched just highlights of him. Like he doesn't look like he's going to be poised to win Rookie of the Year, and I don't think he's going to have the shots there either.
No, but defensively though, he looks like he really might be a guy pretty quick.
He could. I'm interested to see what he looks like in the regular season against like big men, like real big men competition. Eventually, I think Mobley's going to be great. I wish the Thunder had him right now. Like I really wish they did, but that team is just so weird. I just don't think he'll have the opportunity to win Rookie of the Year. So perhaps there's a chance for him. And then Jalen Suggs too in Orlando is going to have every chance to do it. So I don't think Giddey will win it, but like if you look up and like you look at the rookie ladder thing on NBA.com and he's like third or fourth, like that's certainly possible. So that may be the most you hear about the Thunder, and then maybe Shea will get some like fringe all-star buzz. That's certainly possible too.
Not if they're as bad as I think they're going to be.
If he's good, if he's averaging 25 points per game, he will get fringe all-star buzz.
Yeah.
That's just how it happens. Yeah.
All right, let's move to our next Twitter question. It comes from @Zach_Turones, who wants to know if we have seen the oatmeal cream pie cereal and cosmic brownies cereal.
I have seen.
Yeah, I've seen it.
What do you think?
It's weird. I just have never. I don't know.
I'd try the oatmeal cream pie one. The cosmic brownie one would have to be like someone already had some. It's like, you want a bite? And I'm like, bro, it's COVID. I don't eat bites of other people's cereal anymore. So I guess all I'd eat is
a thing of the past, man. We don't do that anymore here.
Yeah.
Now, here's the deal, man. Is cereal is one of those things where they keep just like anything that exists in any other world, they'd make into a cereal.
Yeah. There is Sour Patch Kids cereal.
Yeah.
Oh.
What? Really?
Yeah, bro.
That sounds disgusting.
Yeah, bro.
Have you had it?
No. You think I'm crazy?
Yeah, sick. I think you got April Fooled.
Man, walk over to your Walmart right there next to you and grab yourself a box.
How do you turn that into a good carb? Are sugars carbs?
Yeah.
What is cereal?
But it's sour. You don't want sour in your cereal.
I agree.
Is cereal bread?
Is it sour? Is cereal
Yeah, cereal is a form of bread, like it's rice or corn.
It's a grain?
I guess those aren't breads. Are they bread? What is?
I think it's a grain.
What the hell is cereal?
It's wheat.
What is bread and what is cereal?
It's a wheat. It's a wheat.
I put a bunch of my shirts in the refrigerator, and they seem to be shrinking.
the water molecules in the fibers.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Cold.
Yeah, it's like that. It is that.
Yeah.
It's
Oh
a lot.
man, your
Yeah.
hair looks
It's-
great, man.
Thanks, man. This is me doing my thing, you know. Hey, let's go to our next Twitter question. It comes from I have to click on it. It comes from @PrimeShayG, who says, "Hello DTD. What is everyone's predictions for Josh Giddey's rookie year stat line? Points, rebounds, assists."
13 points, 8 rebounds, 6 assists.
Ooh.
That'd be awesome. What do you think he'll shoot?
Oh, I mean, if he's just like in like the mid 40s from the field, like that's fine.
I was going to say 44-34. If he's 34 from 3
That'd be great.
and has those stats, that would be crazy. He's a good free throw shooter, I'm assuming.
Actually, I don't remember. I think he is. I don't remember what the stat was off the top of my head in the NBL.
Yeah, I mean, I think that makes sense. I'd be shocked if it got much higher than that. I mean, if he started pushing 15, 16, 17 a game, like you would start hearing a lot of rookie of the year buzz.
Mm-hmm.
Especially if he's producing on the other statistic categories, right? He would be. What's funny is we were asked that question last week. Is somebody said, "What Thunder players would you take a runner on or a flyer on in fantasy basketball?" I mean, does Giddey break that kind of thing for you?
Yeah, definitely. The thing about Giddey is that he'll have opportunity and he'll play a lot. If you play a lot, you'll put up stats, especially if you have the ball. It's not like he's Terrence Ferguson who just sits in the corner and just prays that Russell Westbrook won't throw the ball at his ankles.
Oh man, he just has incredible confidence.
Yeah,
And like kind of swagger. Like he had the
very much. Did you see what he did after he got the
Yes.
one?
Yeah, that's what I was
Yeah.
gonna say. He did the, like the.
Like he's got, and we haven't seen a lot of it yet, but we'll see it as the season goes on. Like when he was in the NBL, like he was, like he had like an attitude on the court. Like he was like really, he was like cocky, like just like he like owned the court when he was there.
What sucks though is this. So what's good, but what sucks is like I was really bummed that it's now 6 days before we get to watch him again. But what's exciting is I'm looking forward to Thunder games again.
Yeah,
And it was not that way for about the last 40 of the last season.
you should.
I'll watch Giddey play every week.
Yeah.
On November 15th.
Yeah,
I plan on going to one game.
yeah. You should plan on going to that game too. I am actually going to tweet out a link to be able to purchase a ticket to the game on November 15th against the Miami Heat. It's a Monday night. Mark your calendars, and also be sure to buy your ticket because we are allowing a very limited number of tickets to be sold. And with the ticket, you will get a seat with us at the game. You will get a T-shirt, an exclusive Down to Dunk Thunder T-shirt that you can wear at the game, and then you get a spot for the pregame podcast. So not everybody will be guaranteed a spot for the pregame podcast. So
What is it? The first 100?
Yeah, it's probably around that number, but I would just say
for 69.
I'm pretty sure it's the first 69 that buy.
Yeah,
but
sounds
be
right.
Sure, but be sure to go ahead and reserve your spot. I'm actually, for those of you that are on the stream, I'm going to put the link in the stream right now so that you can have it.
Yeah.
And then I will put it on Twitter. So if you guys are interested in purchasing a ticket, you guys will be the first to be able to do so.
You look like Kramer.
What is going on here?
He's doing the Giddey thing.
We're doing the Josh Giddey.
Wow.
Oh,
If you're listening to the pod, you can go to okcgroups.com/down to dunk, and that's how you purchased purchase your ticket. So here's the link.
Ooh.
So here we go. I think it's relatively inexpensive to go. So it's $34.
34.
Gets you a T-shirt, a ticket to the game, and a guaranteed spot for the live podcast.
You know what else gets you? Memories.
And memories.
Memories that may last a lifetime.
I think they will. And
You know who else is coming to this? Al
Alex.
Baby Cakes.
Yeah,
Alex, be in the building.
Yep. So be sure to buy a ticket. It's going to be super fun. It's going to be a great night. So be sure that you're ready to buy a ticket to that. All right. Let's go, man.
I got a question for you. Do we want another Twitter question? Or do we want to be miffed and piffed?
Miffed and peeved.
Hey, Penny asked the question, what section should she get?
I don't know that. Does it ask you what section that you want when you click on it? I don't think it does.
I think we're just all
311 or 312. I don't know. It doesn't matter. We're all going to be clumped together, so don't sweat
We're all
it.
going to be clumped together.
My guess is this season there's gonna be seats up in Loud City. So if you're in 312 and you want to be in 311, you could probably make your way over there.
Yeah, we'll be.
We're all going to watch Nutty Professor 2, The Clumps together.
That's right. We're going to Sherman clump together.
For the first 50 people after the game, we're going to watch the clumps together.
We're going to end. That's what we're going to do.
Offer.
Is the court thing happening, Andrew, or no?
All right, L man. Who's miffed and peeved?
Who's miffed and who's piffed?
Guys, I'm just thankful.
Wow.
He's thankful. Oh my gosh. Is that a Thanksgiving decoration?
Is that?
Well, it's fall,
You
guys.
skipped Halloween?
Yeah, I hate Halloween.
I do.
You hate Halloween?
Yeah.
This
Oh,
is
man.
Krispy Kreme and Halloween haters?
Yeah.
It's a pumpkin.
You know what look good on that pumpkin? A little scary face. A little spooky face.
What are you
Pumpkin.
going to be for Halloween, L man? I think you already said this.
What?
Did you already sell
Yes.
us for Halloween?
I think I plan to be Austin Powers.
Oh, I guess I did not know that. I did not.
Are you
It's gonna be very good.
Are you going to a
Very
party?
excited. No, I don't know what I'm doing yet. But at some point for Halloween, I will wear and dress up as Austin Powers.
Oh man.
Because last year you didn't go anywhere and you just dressed up and like took a picture and then just sat in your house.
No, I worked to work. I worked to work on Halloween. Thank you very much. And I was a French beatnik, and then I went to a party.
Hey, if you
Right.
have court that day, you'll go as Austin Powers, right?
No, he did. He was
Attorney at law?
that on the pod.
It was on the pod. It was a Friday. This time, Halloween's on a Sunday,
Yeah,
I believe.
it is.
Sunday pod. DTD is risen.
Sunday pod. Sunday pod.
Can't say that.
Yeah, don't
But yeah. Taylor.
Taylor, you dress
Who
up
else?
for Halloween?
Yeah, we're being Mike Wazowski, Sully, and Boo.
And the baby.
Oh,
The
nice.
family. Yeah.
Which one are you?
Sully, of course. Are you kidding me? There's no way I'm
Really?
being Mike. There's just no way I'm being Mike.
Do you buy those or do you
Why?
make them?
Yeah, we bought them. I don't want to talk about it.
That's the thing, man. That's the reason I don't like Halloween, man. Is it's too much pressure. The costume thing is just too much to me.
With
Yeah.
with kids now, it's like, okay, it's just gonna happen.
Yeah, is it?
There's like that's a good costume because it's a 3-person costume. It makes
Yeah.
perfect sense.
Mhm.
Yeah.
It's good. If you just put a little effort goes a long way.
I'd like to go
Jay.
as elf characters next year. You do have great
James,
hair.
what was the last Halloween costume you wore?
Ketchup and mustard.
Me? No,
Great.
I never did
Great.
that, did I?
Plug and outlet, right?
Plugging out.
No, I hate all of those.
Yeah.
I
that.
was a lumberjack once, which was great. That's the best one for me. I have been AC Slater. I was AC Slater one time, and I looked nothing like him, and I had to shave my mud. I'll send you guys a picture of it. I had a
Please.
Are you wearing like a
like
tank top, like a pink tank top or something? What are you
I
wearing?
had a sleeveless shirt on, and I shaved my beard, which I just look horrible with. And I had pretty long hair at that time, and so I kind of slicked it.
Send that tonight. Send that right now. Send that right now.
We put that on the stream, please.
We gotta put it up.
It's nothing so hard.
Did you say your name was J.C. Slater?
No, but I should have.
Dang.
Andrew, what are you being for Halloween?
Well, my kids are in
Because your family costumes are actually pretty good. I like them.
We've done lots of family costumes. We did Pokemon last year.
You've been Mario and Luigi and Daisy.
Yes, I was Yoshi.
See, that's good.
Yeah, it was really good. Why are you sending us that picture, Jay? Our kids are going to be Ninjago characters this year.
That's rude.
I don't know if my wife and I are gonna be part of it or not. So
be part of Halloween?
No, take part in the Ninjago characters.
Oh. Well, cool.
Yeah. But anyways,
so is anyone miffed? Is anyone miffed or is anyone piffed?
I'm just miffed that Taylor won't take his L, honestly. Like, I've been stomping around
I just sent the picture.
Oh my!
It's on the stream,
dear
please.
Lord!
Can I put it on the stream? This is
my dear Lord.
This is reason enough to tune in. Or
Jay, that looks like
hey,
your evil fraternal twin that has a special tutor.
It's the worst, man. I look terrifying.
JC Slater.
Like Jay's alter ego that didn't make it out.
That is JC Slater.
Oh, man.
Dear God.
Ugh.
You really looked, Jay, when you said you look nothing like him. How much?
It would take me 300 guesses to guess that that's what you want.
Were you just constantly telling people who you were the whole evening?
I was just so mad.
Yeah, he was saying, it's me, Jay.
They're like, who is that? We didn't invite this guy.
Oh, tune into the YouTube if you want to see what Jay looks like as JC Slater here. All right, you guys have a good weekend. We'll talk again on Monday.